Hawk and everybody else.
Everybody hates on Tony Hawk, man. I like Tony Hawk too.
That guy's the man.
That guy's a trailblazer.
If you're in the skateboard game, once you get to a certain level, they'll brand you a sellout, like little Ryan Sheckler. The dude's not from the hood, man. He's from San Clemente, okay? He's a rich kid. Everybody say this kid should be street. He ain't street. He's just a kid who loves to skate, and his mom and dad have money to give him everything he wanted to fulfill his dream. But when he had his show, he turned and everybody started teasing him. He cries too much. The kid's having problems.
Now, hold on, Big. I didn't know you had your own clothing line. Big Black Security.
DoubleB.com.
I need to go get some of that, man.
Oh, yeah.
DoubleB.com. Is it also BigBlackSecurity.com, too? They have that on.
And DoWork.com.
All right, so now it's 3.
Yeah.
So DoubleB.com.
The BigBlackSecurity.com, DoubleB.com, and DoWork.com.
And what's type of clothes? Do you have some of that stuff on right now? Is that some?
Oh no, I didn't wear it. Bam Bam is rocking some of the stuff right now.
Bam Bam, what size is that? Don't even lie.
Oh,
Is that 5X?
this is a 6X.
6X.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, when it comes to the budget, like it seemed to me like the show, it worked on a decent budget. I mean, you guys were doing a lot of stuff and making a lot of waves.
Oh yeah.
Did they give you a decent budget, or was that coming out of y'all's pocket?
No, the one thing they did give us was a great budget, because at the same time, Rob and Big Show was the easiest show to sell for ads.
And then what was your payday on that deal?
It was.
I mean, roughly.
I can predict.
In the beginning,
Nothing.
under 10. At the end,
under 10.
Under 10 in the beginning.
10,000.
In the beginning, under 10 per. At the end, over 25 per.
Episode, per episode.
So we went up per. You know what I'm saying? As the show got hot.
Now, how many is there? 7 or 13 episodes in a season?
We did 8, 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I've heard that in that genre number. You know, 8. Hogan made, I know for a fact, each one the last season, each it was 1.6 million, 400 a person.
See, I'm saying that's a good show.
Yeah, that's a good show.
A good network.
But then again, you want to talk about scripted.
Oh, my
God.
It was like,
it was.
You want to play the game, they might give you a little more cheddar. But, so you didn't want to play the game, and then you got out. So now what are you going to do?
Yeah,
what's the deal?
To me, it sounds like when Big talked earlier, I didn't mean to interrupt. When Big talked earlier, it seems like that they had it scripted with him being a big, dumb security guy, and that's the scripting of it. And I think the way I interpret it is a Big's like, listen, you know what? I have morphed into my own identity.
Well, it's got to be frustrating since originally you weren't even a security guard with this guy.
So, I've morphed in and we have developed. I don't want, nobody gets top billing or anything like that. And if you want to give Rob top billing, fine. But I want to have equality when the fact that I don't want to be some big oaf that runs around and yokes people up and keep autograph stickers off. I have a personality. I have shtick. In fact, I have more personality than the guy that I'm supposedly bodyguarding.
I like this guy. This is a guy who's
Bubba
talking.
Keeps it real, man.
He's speaking the truth. This guy should be a reverend. He's speaking the truth.
I watched the show. I watched the show probably half a dozen times, and I got it. I was like, you know what? The bigger black guy is the funnier of the two, and the white guy is going to eventually be intimidated by the black guy. And you should have yoked him up. Your last bit of security should have been giving him the business. What you should have done.
Now, would he try to keep you down in these episodes? Would he try to go, okay, let's tone you down a bit, because I want to be the guy.
Yeah.
Now it would be in certain instances where Bam. When you got two big guys on the show, he's totally shielded out. You can't see him.
Yeah.
So it would get to a point to where when we were filming at the house, my boy would come down and be like, yo, you think you can send Bam down to your apartment for a little bit as we film? Because
so they do a lot of blocking.
So they did a lot of blocking.
They was hating on me, man.
They hate on him a lot. They hate on him a lot.
They was hating on me, man.
But
Rob's thinking, man.
Well, they didn't have a wide frame for you, dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
I lived at the house, man. I lived there.
He lived there. I never lived at the house.
I can see Rob.
I never lived there.
And if you're Rob, what are you gonna do, man? You can't get up with this guy.
So wait a second. So you actually lived at the house. Black never lived there.
Homie, I had a condo down the street. Okay, the day I got that show,
I feel duped.
This is what my manager told me. He's like, Big, you might want to get your own place.
He says, right.
Because season 3, you're going to have people knocking on the door. You're going to be burnt out with that. He says, you're a bodyguard by trade. He says, act like it. You work. This is a job for you.
Right.
I was like, not a problem. So I got me a place down the street, and I have my apprentice stay in the room and hold down Rob.
Bam, your apprentice.
Yes,
Hey, Bam,
sir.
you're the apprentice now, buddy. What do you think about that?
Man, it feels good to be an overweight apprentice. It feels great.
I'm telling you, man, they are missing the show with not you two being bodyguards, just you two being brothers hanging out in the hood, just chilling out.
It's coming, Bubba. It's coming.
It's coming back, man. The big life is coming. Don't think of that. I've been working. I'm down in Dallas now. I'm down there.
Is that where you stay now?
Yeah, I moved to a state where people are my size. I see a lot of big people running through
just
there.
watch those prosecuting attorneys, man. They're not cool on black people.
Oh, they cool.
No, the new one's black.
Oh, the
new
okay,
guy.
there you go.
There's a show called Dallas DNA, and he's going back.
I'm going to tell you something, man. I am so distraught over the guy that wrote that
Henry
Wade that put like 50 innocent African-American men in prison. Some of them have been condemned, all based on this cracker-ass bitch back in the day hating black people.
We don't like black people in Texas.
You know they're going back and reviewing 200 right now. They're reviewing 250 cases right now because they think
they've
might not
let
be
30 go, haven't they?
They've let 38 go, of which 20 something were black people.
Yeah,
that's messed up.
Yeah, back in the 60s and 70s, man, if you when somebody. If you lived within 5 miles of a crime and you're African American, you're done.
You're done. You know, I'm from Mississippi, man. I know how it goes down.
From where?
Wiggins.
I'm from Jackson, Clinton, Mississippi.
Oh, I know what Clinton is. We beat on them back in '88.
Mississippi.
I was playing for Northeast High here.
They ought to move you back to Mississippi, man, because you'd be the man. You should run for mayor.
I'm gonna tell you something. I go to Mississippi now. Some places that I couldn't go when I was there.
Yeah.
They welcome me like black. We love you, man.
Is Mississippi cool though? I heard this is what I heard about Mississippi. Okay, I've only been there one time.
All right.
I heard Mississippi's either all in or all out. Either you're going to meet the most salt of the earth, coolest people that just are great people, white or black, that give you the shirt off your back, or you meet the most bigoted, racist, still living in the Civil War.
I've met both ends of that spectrum.
But I mean, is it kind of true about that?
It could be a little bit, but you know, you're more cool when they respect you and tell you what they don't like you. Then you know. But if you're living in California, you could be right next door to the Grand Master and never know it.
At least in Mississippi, somebody goes, man, I don't like black people. At least you know.
And you let it ride. Okay, I'll stay away from you at that point.
But the pretentious asswipes in California are going to lie to your face and then shoot you in the back.
Behind the back there in a whole nother.
No, so you try to get the hell out of California. I mean,
I left California for a couple of reasons. One, I wanted to get me a nice big old house, and I knew I couldn't get one out there. So I bought me one out in Dallas.
Right, and your money goes about 80 times further out there.
Yes, it does. And I had a daughter. I didn't want her to be living in California.
Now, where's the baby's mama? You with her?
I'm with her, but I bought her a home and a home for her and my daughter. I got money to make.
Gotcha.
So I got other things I got to do. I bought them a home, put them in there, set them up.
Said, I'll see you guys. I got business to handle.
I got business to handle, man.
Right. You know, the Dallas is where the South meets the West. I mean, that's crazy town, man.
Yeah.
That is not exactly the
That's where
calmest.
Dion lives. My boy Dion.
I stay right. Dion stays. I stay from here.
Let's go get some black
Is that
bitches.
not out by Plano?
I just talked to Dion yesterday. He's actually in Fort Myers seeing his mama right now.
Okay.
Dion is.
Yeah, I ran into him a couple times out there.
Tell him you're my boy, because him and I are real close.
Okay.
Real close. We got up in the mix. We got up in the mix a few times, me and
All right.
Dion.
Well, you know my album's coming out too. I'm way number. Got a lot of.
When you give me a copy of it, I'll start playing some of it.
I'll get it to you here in a couple of months.
You're okay, man, but I like him a lot, man. That guy's my boy right there.
Bubba, you the man, son. I got your back, baby.
See, I'm racial. I like the lighter skinned guys. You know what I'm saying? Now, where were you born at, man?
Oh man, Houston, Texas. Man.
Okay, so now are you back in Dallas with
yeah,
Big?
I'm in Dallas as well now.
Now, so
you don't deal with Rob anymore either.
Oh no,
what you tell him what Rob did when we tried to get his new show?
We got to keep it real on the Bubba show.
That's what we do.
We Bubba the Love Sponge, so he keeps it real.
Oh yeah, we're gonna keep it real, man. We got 5 more minutes.
We got to keep it real. After they went their separate ways, I moved to North Hollywood to work on this album, and about 6 months later, I get a phone call from Rob, and I'm like, dude, Rob don't call me. Like, what's going on? So I called Black first, like, yo, man, Rob's calling me.
That's a good boy right there, man. Big,
what's going on?
Big, you learned him good.
That's why he on my. That's why he on my team. That's why he got one of these.
He wants some little bitch and sniveling back to Rob. He called old boy and said, hey,
the double B tap me or something.
Hey, big boy, I got old sniveling bitch call me. How do you want me to handle it?
Yeah. So Black said, hear him out, and then so I called Rob, and of course, he was asking me what I was doing, asked me if I was on TV yet. He knew the answer to that.
Oh, he just thinking that you'd be some groupie.
Yeah, and then he was like, well, we're filming my show, man. We'd love for you to come by. We
He's
really
craftsman
like
trying to get a little bit of the old
this.
show back.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, dude. I'm not going to be the big black replacement, man.
Right.
It's not going down.
She said,
so.
"Man, you got Black's number. Why don't you call him up?"
Oh, he ain't calling me up.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. You can call him a little bitch then. Say, "Why don't you call Big Mac?"
I told him, I was like, Rob, you should know more than anybody. I'm a very loyal person, and this tattoo on my arm means something.
You could have been Big Beige, man.
You could have been. You could have been Big Tan.
You could have been Big Tan.
You could have been Big Red Bone.
I'd rather be Bam Bam, baby. I'd rather be Bam Bam.
You'd rather be the apprentice for Big B than be superstar.
I love it. Bam Bam's over there sweating, man. Look at you.
Man, it's hot in here, man.
Towel.
Hey.